Guys, welcome to Pendant History. Hope you are doing good. I am Dr. Aishwarya with you for easy learning and better understanding. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please go and subscribe to my channel and learn the dentistry in an easy manner. The next topic is conditional gingival enlargement. Here the condition is there, because of that the enlargement is taking place. That is pregnancy, sometimes puberty it takes place, and sometimes it is for with the vitamin C deficiency and plasma cell gingivitis. Sometimes it takes place, and sometimes it is non-specific conditional enlargement. Any specificity is not there. So the first one we are going to take here is pregnancy enlargement. What happened in a pregnant woman and why enlargement takes place in pregnant woman, that we are going to see. The first one is pregnancy enlargement, or there is a pregnancy tumor also present here. It takes place in the first trimester, appears inflammatory response to local irritation. That means there is a response to local irritation, and it is not a neoplasm. The tumor is not a neoplasm, and there is a response due to the local irritation. If the local irritation is present, then only the inflammatory response will going to be taking place. In first trimester it takes place. Clinical features. What are the clinical features? How the tumor or the enlargement is seen here. Discrete mushroom-like flattened spherical mass. It is a discrete, it is like a mushroom like this, flattened spherical mass, but it is somewhat flattened like this. Okay, flattened spherical mass is protruded from the interdental papilla. In the interdental papilla, you know, this is the tooth, and the between that interdental papilla is present in a triangular shape. From here the flattened spherical mass will going to appear, or the gingival margin attached to the pedunculated base, or the gingival margin will going to attach to the pedunculated base. The flattened part, this base is going to attach to the margin, or it is protruded from the interdental papilla. Expands laterally. Where it expands laterally when you are going to apply a cheek. When the cheek pressure will apply on that, at that time the flattened mass appears and enhance. That means if you are pressing something, that region will going to enhance. Okay. Semi-firm. It is semi-firm, not too hard and not too soft. It is semi-firm. Sometimes it is soft and sometimes it is friable. Pliable means it can be plugged, or uh, part will going to come out from this tumor. The color is dusky red. What is the color? The color is dusky red, or it is a magenta color, with smooth glistering surface. The surface of this is smooth surface, and it exhibits sometimes a numerous deep red pinpoint marking, and it is a painless region. Which region? It is a painless region. So this was the appearance, this was the clinical features of conditional gingival enlargement. Which condition? During the pregnancy enlargement, that to the tumor one. Management. How you are going to manage? You are going to do a scaling. The inflammation you are going to reduce, scaling, root planning, and plaque control you are going to do. In supine hypertensive syndrome, here when the lady is on the supine hypertensive syndrome, that is he or she is in the third trimester, and there is a appointment, at that time during the appointment you have to change the position of the supine of the lady in a short interval of time, and you are not going to take a radiograph, you are not going to take give a medication to that lady. Full recline position should be avoided as far as possible in the supine hypertensive syndrome here. Okay, in this case curettage is done, scaling is done, but it is somewhat avoided in supine hypertensive syndrome. During the occurrence of the tumor, when there is a tumor occurrence and the tumor has enlarged, then surgical excision is done after the birth of the baby. And according to the patient desire, you can also remove the tumor if there is no problem and there is an excessive mastication problem occurring in the mouth. So at that time, according to the desire of the patient, you can remove that tumor. Okay. Marginal enlargement. Here marginal enlargement also takes place in this only. There is a bleeding. What happens in marginal enlargement? It results from the aggravation of previous inflammation. If there is a inflammation present previously and it does not occur without clinical evidence of the local irritation, that means local irritation should be present here in the marginal enlargement. And pregnancy is not cause this condition. In pregnancy, due to the pregnancy, this condition is not caused. It is due to the metabolism in pregnancy, or it is due to the local irritation. This marginal enlargement takes place. The clinical features of marginal enlargement here is more in interproximal than in facial and lingual. It is more in the interproximal spaces. Okay. Then the facial and the lingual part. It is bright red in color or magenta, soft, friable, smooth and shiny. Same as the clinical features of pregnancy enlargement tumor. The same marginal enlargement is also there. There is a bleeding spontaneous. Here bleeding takes place spontaneously in the marginal enlargement. Here the painless was there and here this bleeding is taking spontaneously. Hope you have understood this video. If you like the video, please share this to your friends and your batchmates for easy learning and better understanding. Keep watching Panda Industry. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment which topic you need for the further lectures. Again the puberty. Now we are going to see the condition in puberty. This is here what happens, marginal and interdental papilla enlarge. Mostly what happens here, the marginal area, this is the tooth, the marginal area will going to enlarge and the interdental papilla will going to enlarge. This enlargement is seen. This is bulbous interproximal papilla is seen. It's as a bulbous, that is bulb shape like swollen interproximal papilla is seen. It is mostly seen in facial gingiva. The facial gingiva is affected because of the tongue present there and the accumulation of the food takes place in the lingual surface more. Because of that, in puberty, this happens. It takes place in the 11 to 7 years of age during the time of the puberty. The puberty enlargement, pubertical gingival enlargement is high in 11 to 7 years of age. What is the management? How you are going to manage this enlargement, puberty enlargement? You are going to do the scaling, you are going to do the curettage, oral hygiene and surgical removal is done if there is a severe case. Okay. In vitamin C deficiency, there is a vitamin C deficiency. This enlargement is due to the hemorrhage, collagen degeneration and edema which is caused due to the vitamin C deficiency, edema of the tissue. Okay. Here inflammation causes the enlargement. Inflammation occur due to the vitamin C deficiency. Because of that, hemorrhage, collagen degeneration and edema takes place, and it is due to the plaque accumulation. The clinical features of vitamin C deficiency is bluish red marginal. It is bluish red in color. Marginal area is covered. It is soft, friable, and smooth and shiny surface is seen. The surface here is necrotized. The necrosis takes place in the surface, which pseudomembrane formation is common. Here the surface is necrotized. The surface will going to cover with the necrosis and pseudomembrane formation takes place. It appears as a membrane, but it is pseudomembrane formation. The next one is plasma cell gingivitis. What happens here? It is due to the allergic origin. It causes due to the allergic origin, due to the allergy of the component present in chewing gum, dentifrice or diet components. If you are using chewing gum, diet component or dentifrice, the component present in that causes the allergy, and this causes the enlargement of the gingiva. Clinical features of plasma cell gingivitis is mild enlargement extend to the attached gingiva. What happens here? Attached gingiva is mild enlarged. Gingiva appear red, friable, and bleeding is very easy here. Bleeding takes place here, and it is also seen in cheilitis and glycositis. These things are seen. The plasma cell gingivitis is seen in cheilitis as well as the glossitis. The management here, what you are going to do, as you have done in the management in the puberty, that is scaling, curettage, oral hygiene and surgery, the management same is done in plasma cell gingivitis. So this was the end of the gingival enlargement. If you like the video, please subscribe and hit the bell icon for the latest upcoming videos. Share this video to your friends and your batchmates for easy learning and better understanding. Keep watching Pen Dentistry.